Ukrainian forces in Sumy are advancing settlement by settlement through methodical maneuver warfare, turning Russian positions into isolated, unsustainable pockets rather than engaging in costly frontal battles. Commanders cut supply lines and steadily tighten the pressure until enemy units are forced out. Relentless drone and airstrikes have further exposed Russian troops, many of whom remain undersupplied and unrotated for weeks, according to Euromaidan Press. By bypassing strongholds and collapsing salients gradually, Ukraine has pushed north of Kindrativka and even probed back into Kursk, effectively transforming the border zone into a fluid battlefield. A recent push from Andriivka cut off Oleksiivka on 3 sides, leaving Russian forces there in an increasingly dire situation. The encirclement has been achieved through coordinated maneuver, precision fire control, and constant pressure, with Ukrainian units now striking lateral routes and conducting flanking operations. Meanwhile, Ukrainian drones pound Russian concentrations, roads, and supply efforts with hundreds of strikes, making troop rotations and logistics nearly impossible. With only one usable road into Oleksiivka, any movement of supplies or reinforcements is quickly detected and destroyed before reaching the settlement. On the ground, Russian soldiers openly admit that Oleksiivka faces the same outcome as Kindrativka unless command orders a withdrawal. Instead, officers have rushed reinforcements, including the 382nd Separate Infantry Battalion of the 810th Naval Brigade, into action. Normally a 1,000-strong unit, it now fields barely half that number, many of them newly mobilized, poorly trained, and badly equipped. Russian sources acknowledge that combat-ready reserves have already been diverted to Pokrovsk, leaving understrength units to hold the line. One officer complained that many reinforcements are older, unfit recruits who are barely combat-capable. He added that to prevent desertion or mutiny, they are monitored by military police, issued weapons only before combat, and restricted to 2 magazines each. The rushed counterattack toward Kindrativka, intended to relieve pressure on Oleksiivka, was therefore predictable in its failure, Euromaidan Press reports.